Democrats are talking about reviving the legislation for timetables. I'm going to start calling them the too little, too late Democrats. And I know that upsets the Democrats that believe that they can do no wrong. Although I don't know how many Democrats or liberals or progressives or moderates there are left in the country who think the Democrats can do no wrong. Can't imagine there's more than 3. But so Harry Reid and Carl Levin. Harry Reid's going to be involved in 2 different pieces of legislation. One is with Carl Levin, where he says, okay, by April 2008, the withdrawal has to start unless the president waives it. Woo! And then the second one is the real one, Reid and Feingold, where he says, no, April 2008, the withdrawal starts, no ands, ifs, or buts. But unfortunately, of course, that's not the real one. That's the one that's going to lose. Instead, Reid, Levin, if everything goes great and they could find Republicans to back it and they could override Bush's veto, then in April of 2008, the withdrawal will have to start unless the president waives it. Why don't you just say, all right, we're going to go until the president's term is over? I'm afraid the Democrats are playing politics. And the politics of this is, if they go to the 2008 election while we're still in Iraq, and the Democrats appeared to have tried to get out of the war, but actually didn't get us out of the war, that in 2008 they can destroy the Republicans by saying, hey, listen, they kept you in the war, and we tried, wink,
right.
Okay? And in fact, the reality of that is, as bad as it is, I think it's smart politics. Now, I really disagree with it policy-wise, and that's why we fight against it here. But I think as far as politics is concerned, it's really smart. The Republicans will get destroyed in 2008.
You're absolutely right. Let me tell you why it's bad politics. Because you're not ending the war. And what's going to happen is Bush, 2 months before the election, is going to start drawing down in Iraq, and then what the hell are you going to run on?
But Wes, I think what Cenk's saying, and it makes perfect sense to me anyway, is that you're giving, it's good politics because you're giving the impression that you're doing every goddamn thing you can to get out of this war. And the president, and you're giving them the power to waive it, the president is saying, no, we're going to keep going, we're going to keep going, we're going to keep going. Then it comes to November of next year, October, the end of the summer, and you're saying, listen, we have tried. Now the president might be drawing down a little bit. We've been trying to get him to do this. He hasn't done it. And I think though that what we have to remember is that there's a difference between good politics and bad policy, because what the Democrats are failing to realize here is that ending this war is good policy, and that in and of itself is also good politics.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree with that too. Let me say 2 things about that. One, I think we're kind of basically the Democrats are doing rope-a-dope here, but in a different way. They're handing rope to a dope, okay, and they're saying, here, go ahead and hang yourself, okay,
yeah. And take X number of young American men and women with you while you do it, because every day we drag it out, there's some person getting notified that their son's been killed or their daughter's been killed in Iraq.
Wes, that's exactly right, and that's why we fight against it, and that's why we say you can't give him that rope, because it's not just him going. It's a large number of U.S. soldiers going with him. The situation in the Middle East getting worse and worse, which is terrible for us, terrible for the whole world. And you can't give this dope more rope, okay? Because he's hanging all of us with you. But now the thing is, I want to come back around to what both of you were saying. In the end, it seems like it's smart politics now, right? If you only care about the politics, which I think is a terrible way to go. But in the end, I think it's going to backfire because people aren't that dumb, okay? And the progressive base isn't that dumb. The independents aren't that dumb. The whole country, I don't think, is that dumb. They're going to say, hey, you know what? We saw through it. You played politics while kids died.